So we have standard form to slope intercept form. Notice how it's folded. Don't cut pieces off. You glue it just like this into your notebook. So we're going to start with the top part where we're going to be practicing rewriting. So we've kind of done this before, but let's go over it again. So we have x minus 4y equals negative 8. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to go to slope intercept form, right? So we're trying to make it look like y equals mx plus b. That's what we're trying to do here. So right now my x is on the wrong side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my balance bar. This x, so we're trying to get, we're going to do with the balance bar, and we're trying to get this y by itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to treat this x like a constant. I'm going to subtract that x away on both sides. Okay, these go away. Negative 4y drops down, the equal sign, and these are not like terms, so I just rewrite it as negative x minus 8. I got to get rid of this negative 4 here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide each of the pieces by negative 4. Again, we've done this before. We're left with y equals, now this is technically negative 1 over 4 over negative 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if this simplifies by using my calculator. So real quick, alpha and the button next to it make a fraction. Negative 1 over negative 4. And that simplifies to just a 1/4. So those two negatives became a positive. So I got 1 over 4x. And then I do the same thing with this 8 and negative 4. So I got negative 8 over negative 4. And that gives me a positive 2. So I'm going to write plus 2. Now that's been simplified. Okay, I'm not going to use the calculator again because I can do it in my head, but if you want to use the calculator, you are more than welcome. Once again, to make a fraction, alpha, the button next to it, and there it is. Okay, all right, just be careful. This is a negative, this is subtraction. Okay, so let's continue. I got my equal bar. I want to solve for y, so I'm going to subtract away this 4x because it's a positive, and I want to move the whole thing. We are left with y equals, I'm going to write minus 4x first, and then this guy is positive, so I'm just going to show that it's still positive when I move it to the back. And now I'm done because the y is totally by itself. I forgot to box that one. Okay, next little bit, we got our equal bar. I'm going to subtract away that 2x because I want to move it all the way to the other side. Negative 5y stays where it's at. We got equals. Negative 2x I want to write first, and then I'm going to write it as minus 5. Then I have this negative 5 still, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide that negative 5 to each of the pieces here. These guys go away. I'm left with y equals. Negative 2 over negative 5 simplifies to 2 over 5x. Negative 5 divided by negative 5 gives me a positive 1. There you go. So with that being said, what that means is sometimes when we graph, we're going to have problems that are already in standard or slope intercept form, but then we're going to have ones where we're going to have to convert it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down and I'm going to solve so that it's in slope intercept form. So subtract 5x. This leaves me with negative 2y equals negative 5x minus 4. Divide each of the pieces by that negative 2 that's attached to that y. This leaves us with y equals 5 over 2x. Negative divided by negative is a positive 2. There you go. Now all I'm going to do is graph these things and find a solution. So my slope is 1/2, which is up and right. My y-intercept is negative 2. So negative 2. And then I go up 1, right 2. And I'm extend this line all the way through. Go the opposite direction as well. And there's my line. There's no inequality. These are equal signs, so we don't have to worry about shading. And then we got this one down here. My slope is 5 over 2, so that's up and right. My y-intercept is 2. So up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right 2. I can't do that again. Let's go in the opposite direction. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right 2. Okay, this is where it's overlapped, but I gotta extend that line. Down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right 2. So where that green circle is where my 2 dots intersected. So that's gonna give me a -2. So I went -2, 1, 2, 3, and down 3 is -3. So that's my solution. All right, so the whole goal of this was just remembering how to do that, so that we might have to have that extra step to do some solving by graphing of systems. That's the end of this video.